Today is August 4th, 2026. And oh man, it was a rough day today. It was a long day. But I'm so thankful for it. I'm so thankful for all the lessons that I'm learning in this moment. Last night I didn't get the best sleep because, praise the Lord, my mom got baptized yesterday. It was just such an amazing thing. We stayed up a little bit later for the baptism, and that kind of started the morning off. I woke up a little bit later and I didn't work out as I normally should. And then I just had sales calls after sales call after sales call. I didn't even have time throughout the day to go work out. And then I follow-up calls and all this. And then there's a huge fire on the back end, basically, with a team member. Yeah, just craziness. Not to get too much into detail, but I just have to step in for someone missing work, and it's just there's a lot of fires that came from it. So it's in these moments where I'm like, man, I'm freaking 22 and I get to experience this. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I have health and I'm being able to this is a lot of stress to bear. Even this morning, I woke up, I checked Slack like I shouldn't check Slack, and then there was another fire, and I just started off my morning weird. But I'm very proud of myself and how I showed up, and I want to document this, where throughout the day, I didn't let these other external things affect me on my call. I literally had a mantra at the beginning, I'm going to serve this client, I'm going to serve this client, I'm going to serve this person, I'm going to serve this person. I had to force it when I was going to have these calls, because otherwise I would have carried that negative energy into my sales calls. And ultimately, I signed on a partner today, 2 qualified pitches as well that should push through on top of that. So I was like, man, I had a good sales day, but it's because I set the intention, I'm going to serve, I'm going to serve, I'm going to serve. I literally got out of my chair. The first call I had to I had a standing desk so at the office, so I was like, okay, let me just use this, because I was struggling this morning. But then I got the close, and then throughout the afternoon, had a very deep call, objection handling, barely got them, almost on the edge, but just didn't push it through. And that was a little bit rougher. But then, yeah, long story short, I just kept on reminding myself, I'm going to serve this person, I'm going to serve this person. Even with client fires, even with back end stuff, and I also poured into Alex today, my setter, trained him a bunch, went really advanced. So it was just a full day. I didn't even get a chance to take a break, really. Maybe a 20-minute break. I had 5-minute breaks in between calls, and I made an intention to go walk around the office, inside my office. But it was just one of those days, man, where it was just back to back. And then right after, I have a meeting with Elijah. We're working out this situation with the team member. So just want to document something that helped me get through it and manage the stress so well was just standing up, getting emotion, and then also just being I'm going to serve this person, 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 I'm going to serve this person. I had to repeat it so many different times so I could just get in this headspace where I'm man, stop thinking about the other stuff. Be present with this person. And I'm actually very proud of that, because that was a high performance moment where I'm man, a lot of other people might have crumbled, not in a boastful way either. It was just a lot of stress on me today, and I think I crushed it. And it's 8 p.m. and I still haven't eaten dinner. But I'm going to eat dinner. I'm going to wind down. Going to be ready for tomorrow to serve even more. So, documented August 6th, 2026, 22 years old, learning these lessons in business. I'm so thankful for God helping me as well. On the way to and from the office, I was just singing worship music. I was just singing praises. And last night, that was actually what inspired my mom. There was a sermon on undignified praise. And he went over a story about 2 Samuel 6 and how David, he was just dancing upon the Lord. He was just dancing. I think they returned the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem, and he was just dancing undignified. And he was the king. He was the most powerful person in the world. And he was there was no tomorrow. No one was watching. And I forgot the name, but Saul's daughter, she was judging him. She's why are you all weird? And he was man, I'm praising the Lord. Unabashed praise. So I worked at, and I kind of have struggled with that personally, honestly, during worship and praise, I'm not super charismatic or anything like that. Like, I'm just not like that person. But like, if you truly experience the Lord, it's like you're excited and you're like, man, it's like when the Spurs get a buzzer beater or something, you're like, yes, let's freaking go. And you just can't control it. Like, that's the type of praise that I want. I honestly don't think I've had that. It's a lot of controlled praise, so I'm working on that worship wise. But I anchored myself today in worship, and I think that helped a ton. And I anchored myself in the Word. Like this morning on the drive home, it was worship music. I was just singing worship music. I wasn't even like playing it on the speaker. What was on the speaker was Romans 8-11. Such good verses. There's no condemnation, therefore, in Jesus Christ. The song "You Are Worthy of It All," it's based from Romans 11, like the end of Romans 11. So, anyways, all of that to say, amazing day. Sign on an amazing partner. Gonna sign on more tomorrow, next Monday. Show up for the situation with the team member, support Elijah in any way that can, and I know that he's bearing a lot, so I just, one thing that I noticed, and I'm going to leave it at this, yesterday that inspired my mom to go, was just like pushing someone. Like the pastor yesterday, I forgot his name, it was on the Wednesday revival service at CBC, so maybe it's online. He was challenging like a lot of beliefs. Like he was saying like a lot of stuff that like was like more in front. And it was the first time this pastor had ever preached at the revival night on August 5th, 2026. And he got so many people to get baptized. And it was because he was like calling out the fear, and he was just pushing. He wasn't afraid. And I did that on my calls today when I was objection handling. I actually took that and I'm like, man, sometimes you just gotta push people, man. People want to be led. In sales, in leadership, people just want to be led. And sometimes you got to be the harsh leader and tell them uncomfortable truths. And once you help them break through, there's always that like tipping point. It's like sales, when you're objection handling, there's always that tipping point where it's like someone's just like, I don't know. And you just give them confidence that this is what they need. Supporting them. And then they're like, they go from, oh, I don't know, to like, let's do it. When you get that flip, I saw that flip last night in my mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's sales. That's just, it's applicable in so many aspects of life, but I'm going to apply it in the business, but it's also so applicable in like evangelism. You just need to have so much conviction in what you're saying. And part of it was you need to be very clear. That's why practicing your word tracks in sales is so important. Like one of my sales calls today, where I was, the second one, where I was trying to push the deal over the line, and I was objecting. He was right at the tipping point, but I just think I wasn't as poignant. So I need to be tighter with my word tracks. Objection handling, fear, objection handling, all of that. Last night, like the pastor was just so direct and clear in what he was saying. You could feel the conviction. It wasn't just a word track. It was a state of being. It was the Spirit speaking, truly. So, yeah, conviction, managing stress, all of that. Like a lot of lessons the past couple of days. So I want to document it, just in case future Matthew or anyone that's running a business or my future wife is watching this. At 22 years old, I'm managing all of this. So super thankful for it. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Gotta go eat.